Previously on Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Hunter, I was just looking for you. We need your assistance.
Who is we?
The esoteric mystical order, specifically the Knights of Intellect and Dimensional Spiritualism. I may have rearranged a few words so it spells out emo kids. So, about the spell that brought you back to life. It worked better than expected, but there are some gaps.
This is the ritual. You focus on the past, Nico zaps you with her staff, Strange chants and waggles his fingers, then you remember. Maybe.
Tell us what you see.
I raced through the Abbey grounds, angry, terrified. It is too late. We were not ready for this fight. I cannot. No!
Well, how about that? Your final moments are there, just buried deep inside.
It did not work.
Not yet, but we made progress. I'm sure we can figure out a way for you to remember more the next time. Oh, and we need ingredients. Magic will send a list to your spark. If you bring enough, we can refine them into more useful mystical objects. We're done for today, but I'll be in touch about the next meeting. Catch you later.
Hey guys, Grazer, the Autistic Gamer, and welcome back to Marvel Midnight Suns. In our previous episode, Hunter got back to doing what she does best, which is punching bad guys in the face and nicking all of their stuff. Afterwards, she joined the emo kids as they formed to try and solve the mystery of exactly how she died and the circumstances surrounding that. In this episode, we're going to pick up with the main story, but before we do that, we've got a little bit of aftermath of last episode's stuff to pick up on, get our gamma coils, collect a load of orbs, spar with people, that sort of thing. And if we have a quick look at our map, we can see that Blade has got something for us, as well as Strange. So, let's get to it. No idea why my voice just went high there. Okay, first thing to note, Charlie is not in her bed, so let's go and grab this arcane chest and grab 21 credits and a common hole face prop.
Hola. Technically, it's Roberto, but you can call me Robbie. Everybody else does.
So as we just grab some gloss and some heroic essence, Robbie fills us in on what his real name is, quickly with some more gloss acquisition, and then we see what Blade is after.
Can I ask a favor?
He is wanting to know, do we trust Caretaker, and as he says, fully trust her. Now we've got our two options here. For 3 Hunter light balance, we can say that she's gruff, she may push this to the limit, but she does care. Or for more dark balance, we can say Caretaker has her secrets, so do we, so does Blade, and let's try to remember who the real enemy is. Now, as you know, at the moment we are going for dark balance points as often as we can, so that is the option we're going to select.
Thanks, Hunter.
And Blade seems to appreciate that answer, and we net ourselves 3 dark balance points. Okay, let's go ahead into the forest because we've got lots of stuff that we need to do in there. But first off, let's talk to Strange, as he still seems a little bit out of sorts with the loss of his sanctum and wonder.
Glad to see you're adjusting. I'm a bit out of sorts. I don't have anything to do at the moment. Am I actually having a bit of downtime?
Seems like it.
I don't know what to do with myself.
Okay, we've got 3 possible responses that we can give to Strange here, but we're going to encourage Strange to take a rest, as that is also the option that's going to give us a friendship point.
If you truly have downtime, then I suggest that you sleep. A good rest can be more powerful than the most potent elixir.
I've brewed some pretty powerful elixirs in my time, but I couldn't tell you the last time I got a full 8 hours rest. What about you?
I was dead for hundreds of years. The most restful time ever.
Yes, well, I hope I can get the rest without the dying.
I do not think you will have to wait long for some other crisis to appear.
Yes, I think you are right. I should cherish this time while I have it. For the moment, I will just be.
Okay, we've sort of helped Strange be slightly more at ease there. Alright, let's head to the anvil.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Straight away, it tells us that we have completed the Foundry. This upgrades Gamma Core analysis in the Forge, reveals 4 abilities now as opposed to just 3, and also allows us to select 2 abilities as opposed to just the 1. So much more options, which is always good. Which means we can now research the Way of the Fang. So excited about this one. This is the one I've been after pretty much since the beginning. As you can see, it will allow us to spend moves to knock back enemies, which I think is a very, very powerful ability to have.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today?
So let's get that one underway right now. And despite only being told 30 seconds before, I completely forgot that we had the Foundry upgrade and that I actually needed to do it.
We are finally getting some decent tech down here.
So let's do it now so that we can take advantage of its benefits. 50 credits. We now have our
How's it
Foundry
going, boss?
upgraded. So let's now see what the Gamma Coil gives us.
Just give me a minute. Take your pick, Hunter.
Okay, and the Gamma Coil slot machine has given us Drain Soul for Ghost Rider. We've got a brand new ability for Blade called Savage, which will do an additional 32 damage if the enemy has block. Extra Limbo Portal for Magic, and also an extra quick Soul Slash. And after a very, very quick deliberation with myself, I decided to go for Savage because it's new and that extra damage block will be handy. And also give me a chance to upgrade quick Soul Slash by grabbing that one.
How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist you?
Next up, we have an artifact that we can give to Doctor Strange to have a look at after we nicked it off Hydra.
It's not entirely worthless, just not especially valuable either.
Which has given us 26 attack essence, 25 heroic essence, 25 skill essence, a blueprint and a wand, and has in fact pushed our research level up to level 2, unlocking the next set. Progression is good in video games.
Shh. Tony is working.
However, the only one that's currently available for us at level 2 is combat item slot 2. And to unlock that, we need to actually craft 5 combat items at
I'm here if you need me.
the item bench, but we've only done 1 so far. So let's just run over there and craft 4 more.
This should be useful.
And we're just going to go down the order. Agility Serum, Battlefield Scanner, Charm of Clarity, Focusing Lens.
This will do nicely.
That means that tomorrow, when
Always better to be prepared.
our research is finished and we start a new one, we at least have one that we can definitely start. Right, next up, the yard.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Okay, let's choose our sparring partner for the morning. We can choose Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, or Magic. Captain Marvel is already at friendship level 1, so I'm not going to choose her. So I think we're just going to go with Magic. And that ticks off another one off our list for the achievement.
Let's see if you're as good as they say. You are a capable opponent.
And that's given us 1 training XP, 3 friendship XP, and Ileana the fleet-footed combat bonus, which means we will start the mission with 3 extra moves for any mission that Ileana is a squad member.
Time to take it to the next level.
And because we grabbed an extra copy of Quick Soul Slash, we can now get that upgraded. And that upgrade is now going to give us an extra move in the turn that we play the Quick Soul Slash card.
All right then.
Alright, speaking of achievements, let us check the map and find where the most important character in this game is currently located. It is, of course, Charlie, and she is outside the training area, so let's go run over and give her some fussing and continue our streak.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
So we can build towards that achievement. The achievement being Pet Charlie 15 days in a row. Quick check of our messages, and Ileana is asking for 10 oyster mushrooms, 10 wolfsbane, and 15 skill essence ready for our next emo kids meeting, so we will get to that at some point. Now, last episode we sent Captain Marvel out on a hero op, and she has now returned today, so let's have a look at what our rewards are.
Everything by the numbers.
We get the 1 step ahead card, which is going to draw Captain Marvel cards until we have 4 in our hand. And we also pick up a comic. Oh, and we've also unlocked a new option that we can do within the game, which is to offer our heroes compliments. It says Hunter has now a chance to earn compliments, which can be spent to praise
Tony and
other
Dr.
heroes.
Strange may think they're the epicenter of our operations, but we all know this is where the real magic happens.
After completing certain actions in the Abbey, like completing a research project, a hero op, or reaching a new training level. Complimenting a hero will increase their friendship with the hunter.
Thanks, Hunter.
However, complimenting the same hero again in a short period of time leads to diminishing returns, so it says to share the wealth. And indeed, has already given us 1 compliment that we can go spend, so let's go find someone to compliment and increase our friendship. And a quick look at our hero screen, and then we can see Ghost Rider in fact has the least amount of friendship at this moment, so he would be the ideal candidate to give it a boost.
What's happening, Hunter?
I have never seen anything like that car of yours.
That means a lot coming from you.
And but what better way to do that than by compliment Robbie on his car. I don't think we've actually seen the car ourselves as the player yet.
And you're making an impression on your teammates. Make sure you let them know how you feel about their efforts, too. They'll appreciate a kind word from the legendary Hunter.
But looking for it must be something if it's impressed Hunter. Caretaker there giving us a quick little reminder about the fact that we can give compliments to our teammates. Alright, let's do a quick lap of the library and then we can actually get on with some action. First off, let's sort out this arcane chest. As we can see, we have got a epic whole head prop and a well-rested common combat bonus, where all heroes will gain 1 resist at mission start. That is actually going to come in very handy for the next mission. Next up is 12 gloss, followed by fragments of raw earth. Again, feel free to pause if you want to read through this little extract. Next up is Mythica Zoologica, witches and familiars. Next up is the Cauldron Manifest, which looks like it's describing the cauldron that we have in the corner, and it appears to be Loki's. Yeah, I'm sure it's safe. Let's not miss some skill essence. And then we're just going to check Wanda's journal, see how Agatha is getting on with translating it. Looks like she's had some more success, as it tells us that the next elemental rod can be found somewhere within the Whispering Woods. And finally, 15 minutes in, we can actually now go to the mirror table and start our mission for today. As I said, we're going to continue with the story, so we are going with the Spidermaans achievement. You may remember in the previous episode, Spider-Man lured Venom away to help save us, but has now been chased by him ever since, so it's time to return the favour. It looks like we're going to be playing as Spider-Man as well, but first off, we need to find him.
I would be rotting inside that creature's gullet if not for Spider-Man. Time to return the favor.
We'll find him. We're running facial recognition on every surveillance camera in the cloud. They just keep moving too fast.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but you think Team Spooky's doing any better?
Nothing.
Well, your inflection on that last dactyl was perfect. Perhaps a magnetism rune.
Against a level 5 demon alien hybrid? Where did you learn your magic? Demo Khan?
You know, you really do have a look.
Hunter's right. This isn't working.
On to plan C. Well, more like D.
Norman won't mind if I borrow a few Oscorp satellites at 45,000 feet, right?
Higher, further, faster, baby.
82nd and 5th. Well, between 5th and Madison now.
Guys, they're live. And they're trending.
Hashtag Big Alien Apple.
Not bad.
Thanks. Now imagine if you had just asked for our help sooner.
No time for an after-school special. Patching it through. Patching it all through.
We need to hurry.
And here is our squad for today. We have got Hunter. For the first time, we have got Spider-Man, and we're also taking Nico, particularly to nullify or at least get round one of Venom's special abilities. Once I change to Nico's loadout, we are taking out Empower and bringing in Witchfire. And for our combat items, we are taking out Agility Serum and bringing Battlefield Scanner, so we can draw 2 cards for free, which may come in handy as we chase an achievement in this one.
It's impressive how much Spider-Man has been able to handle on his own.
I have never seen anyone move with such speed and agility.
If Venom was coming after me, I'd probably move that quick too.
After a quick little bit of back and forth between Nico and Hunter about the strengths of Spider-Man, we can see in the top left-hand corner that apparently we have an ability that we can upgrade in the yard. I'm not entirely sure what that one is, but we'll find out later on. First off, we've got more important things. Let's get over to...
I need to hydrate. Anyone have coconut water? I don't frequently watch the television. It was never part of my childhood. I do not feel a particular affection for it.
Magic and get through this portal so we can go and save the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Venom has taken to the rooftops, and he's tossing just about anything he can find onto the streets below. There are innocent people down there. Get them to safety before it's too late.
Stay safe, ma'am!
I should probably tell you the same thing.
Jeez, you'd think he'd at least have tennis elbow or something by now?
Spider-Man, we shall squash your bones and bring them home to Mother!
Subdue this animal and bring it to Site 1.
We'll squish your face and eat your...
I'd seriously consider switching occupations if I were you, friend. I know, no job's perfect. But at the end of the day, it's all about the coworkers.
Alright, we've got a very simple but a very important objective of rescuing civilians. As you can see, the rescue civilian card is going to cost us 2 heroism, so we're going to need to generate that heroism before we can play the card. Okay, and next though, this is less of an objective and more of a warning. The Fallen Venom is indeed hurling objects at everybody. Any heroes inside the targeted area will take damage at the end of the turn. We can use move or abilities to move our heroes out of the way. However, we can also knock enemies into the targeted area to turn the tables on them, something that you may have seen us do a little bit in the last episode. Alright, one final tutorial before we can get to dealing with these Hydra bad guys, and this is to do with Nico and the roulette modifier that sometimes appears on her cards. As it says here, with her unpredictable staff of 1, many of Nico's abilities may have random effects. These effects are determined when the ability card is drawn and are indicated by the roulette keyword, so very much like a box of chocolates, you don't really know what you're going to get. Okay, as you saw, thanks to Hunter's well-rested passive ability, everybody now has 1 resist, which means the first attack that would normally do damage to them would in fact be resisted. And Nico also in fact has the quick thinking passive ability, so she gets 1 fast, which means any cards that would normally cost heroism will in fact cost 1 less.
Really nice of you all to come by and visit the old neighborhood. I'd say let's all stop for a group selfie, but Eddie might get a little jealous.
I cannot fathom why one of my mother's fallen is so obsessed with you.
I'm not sure what any of that means, but Eddie and I were doing our thing here in New York way before those horns grew out of his head. I've never known him to pick on civilians, though. We need to get these people out of his way.
Okay, cards are drawn, witty banter is done, it's time to get down to business. But our first card we're going to play is in fact not going to be an attack card, but in fact Spider-Man's Spider Sense card. This is going to draw 2 Spider-Man cards, which is great, gives us more in our current arsenal. It's going to give him 1 fast, which is the same as what happened with Nico. But more importantly, it's going to give us 2 heroism, which means we'll immediately have what we need to rescue the first civilian.
I'm on it! Nice! Let's do this! You're safe!
1 civilian already out of the danger zone. That is lovely. As you can see, we do have a second civilian that we need to rescue, but we have not been given the rescue civilian card. To do that yet, that will not be given to us until the beginning of our next turn. So now we need to just focus on clearing out some of these bad guys. I think using a card with the quick modifier on it so we can get a refund on our card play. And let's do a twofer. Let's use quick kick on this commander and back into the officer to take one off the battlefield into another one and still give us a card play. Next move is going to be very similar. Hunter's quick slash card on this poor unfortunate commando.
Hell that.
Okay, as we quickly sweep around the battlefield, we can see we don't have any 0 hit point enemies, so our quick cards are not going to be of much use at this moment in time. However, Nico is still in the blast zone from Venom throwing stuff off the roofs, so let's just get her out of the way, and so we can then think about what we want to do next. But not before we draw the heal card and get given the Spider Sense card. Okay, looks like 3 of the 4 enemies are going to be targeting Nico on their turn, so I think the perfect response to that is to apply Bud Magic to Nico. This is going to apply to counter.
Closely.
In addition to the resist that she already has, this should allow her to mitigate the damage and deal out some of her own on the enemy's turn. We still have 4 heroism, and Spider-Man is in the perfect place to launch this crate straight into that Hydra Goon, which is going to put him into the electricity cabinet, which will stun him for his turn, taking him out of the game for a bit. Alright, let's use our second redraw on this Thrip card. And it's in fact giving us our hero card back. Okay. Alright, looks like this Hydra guy with the shield is just in range of these gas canisters. So let's take advantage of that by detonating said gas canisters. Alright, doesn't appear we've got anything that we can use our one heroism on, so let us just go to ending our turn and seeing what Hydra and Venom come up with. Okay, so Venom is launching what appears to be air conditioning units from the roof.
As long as you're ready for the counter.
I'm Alpha, reinforcing. Serve her with honor.
Nico was able to resist the first attack but took damage from the second, but got her revenge on both assailants, dealing 17 damage with her
Lilith
counterattack.
must not have left instructions for Hydra on how to control her new pet. Can't say I feel sorry for them, but there's still civilians trapped here too.
Oh, cool. I can hear her too, talking in my head.
It's a comm system, the same one I activated in your suit.
Right, that was gonna be my next guess.
Spider-Man realizing that his suit has in fact a comm system and he hasn't just started hearing voices in his head. Hunter and Nico are in the blast area of Venom's next air conditioning launch, and this elite, as you can see, will in fact take a turn after 3 cards has played. So we know what we're dealing with. Let's start shifting it back in our favor. Alright, looks like Spider-Man's chain strike is going to do enough damage on our frenzied elite to take him out, which means we can chain a second strike, and we're going to target this Hydra officer over here, get his health down a little bit.
Probably best if you stay down.
Okay, that gives us the call to action card. We can add 6 heroism if we need it, but we have 2 heroism as a result of that strike, which means we can now use our rescue civilian card, and we're going to use Nico to get her out of the air combat missile range.
Watch out for supervillains next time.
The civilians are clear. It's open season on Hydra and their pet monstrosity.
They will be the next to fall in the hunt.
Wow. You two ever work with a guy named Craven?
And next came a lot of thinking in which not anything overly extravagant happened. I redrew Heal, which gave us the Whip. I redrew Spider Sense, which gave us the Swarm. And then I decided it would probably be best if I moved Hunter out of the danger area. Then I thought Nico's Witchfire could be a good option here, 42 damage. So I had a quick look to see how much health the enemies had. 4 out of the 5 have less than the 42, so I thought, hey, I've got a good chance of taking at least 1 enemy out, maybe 2, if not at least take 1 out and damage the other.
How about this one?
Okay, that was pretty cool.
And the game went with that last option, taking out the commando and damaging the specialist. But that does still leave 4 enemies on the field, and we don't have any card plays left, so yeah, brace yourselves.
We're right on schedule here. I've got your back.
Now's your chance to hone those skills of yours. Don't leave any Hydra standing.
However, because Spider-Man and Hunter hadn't been targeted yet during this level, they still had their resist, so they took no damage from their first attack. Hunter only took 8 damage from their second strike, and the specialist simply chose to heal a teammate, so not as bad as I feared. So the first thing I decided to do was redraw the whip card that was going to cost us 1 heroism to play, as we have one that isn't going to cost us anything. That's given us some chain strike, which is going to help us significantly clear out the battlefield a bit for us. First thing we want to do though is apply Swarm on the specialist for 42 hit points.
You asked for it.
Minor systems damage.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Then we're going to use Curse to apply Marked.
Being a fascist wasn't good enough, huh? You had to get into demon worship too?
And finally we can use Spidermaan's Chain Strike.
I am impressed.
Take out the specialist, take out the commando, and get our card play refunded thanks to the marks that we just applied. Next up, let's make use of the environment and this box and smack this Hydra Commander over the head with it.
Oh, this should be good.
And after a quick little bit of checking, decided to use the whip on this elite to launch him into these piles of boxes over there, including a post box for a nice triple hit along the way.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
And since we still have 1 heroism left, let's use this pile of newspapers and give this elite some heavy reading. And since I want to make use of everything, let's just redraw blood magic. That's given us quick kick. Not really useful given the fact that we've only got 1 enemy standing, but I guess we should probably just let him have his turn before we put him out of his misery.
You are going to pay for that. Time to test your worth.
So Venom is finding aircon units from somewhere to continue to launch them off the roof, and the elite decides he's going to go down swinging by taking a swipe at Hunter. Alright, let's just end this first bit now. First off, we are going to use Nico's Curse for 8 damage and to just give her a little bit of extra
Going
XP.
for it. You guys really don't know what you're in for, do you?
And we're just going to redraw Nico's Empower card before Hunter finishes the match with a nice slashing knockback.
You were too weak for this fight.
We've got them all. Now let's get to Venom and stop all this.
No more games! No more running! You can't stop us! Heroes! But we hope you try!
Okay, that's the undercard done. Time for the main event, as we now need to try and defeat Fallen Venom. As it says here, Fallen Venom's symbiote binds can be broken by attacking them. Hero abilities, thus revealing that he can actually tie us up in knots.
Don't suppose you'd let us actually try and help you, Eddie?
Help us! Help us! You took everything from us, Spider-Man! And now, we will take your world!
Gonna put that down as a definite maybe.
Okay, quick thing to note here is that we have 2 cards with the quick ability, which is really helpful because there is an achievement for defeating a villain such as Venom with a card using the quick ability. So having 2 out ready to go takes a little bit of pressure off. But saying that, we're probably going to need to use one anyway. And indeed we will do so as we move Spider-Man into position to be able to use his quick kick to knock this elite into that elite for a twofer, and no card play used. So on reflection in editing, I'm not entirely sure whether these next set of moves were actually good moves or 100% what I was thinking, but I'll give it a go to try and explain it. First off, I decided to redraw one of the swarm cards, the one with less damage, and then that simply gave us the Empower card, which I then decided to use to reduce the cost of the heroism down to 0. But then I decided to do another redraw on the Slash, which then gave us the Chain Strike, which admittedly is a powerful ability if used right. But then I just decided to use the Swarm card that I already had and unleash it on Venom for 52 damage, so you guys make your own conclusions on whether that makes any sense.
Anybody else just get a weird feeling?
But that combination did get a level up for Nico, so can I claim intentionality after the fact? And with our final card play, we are going to use the Spider-Man's Whip to apply Bind to Venom.
Man, I'm good.
And that levels up Spider-Man, level 4, lovely. And a quick reminder about Venom and the way he works in this game. You may remember from very early on in the series, Venom can actually make 2 moves per turn. Now normally when you bind an enemy, because they only have 1 move, that takes them out completely for the whole turn. With Venom though, it's a bit different. He can actually use one of his moves to escape from the binds, and then he still has another move within which to attack. So we may have halved what he can do, but he is still going to be able to act on his turn, which we have just seen with me
Spider-Man's
talking
lead here.
over it.
He's the expert when it comes to Venom.
Thanks. I recommend giving him a wide berth, especially if he's feeling huggy.
Okay, also at the beginning of each of Venom's turns, he is reinforced with 2 0 hit point enemies, so a card with a quick ability will sort them out. And as you can see, we in fact have Spider-Man's quick kick back, so we're just going to do the same move as we did last time, move Spider-Man in position, and then use the quick kick to one elite into the other.
Find a new line of work.
Okay, more redraw times, but this one actually worked out really well in our favour as we redrew Blood Magic and got Spider-Man's Whip card, which will allow us to bind Venom again like before and reduce his moveset by half. And again, I redraw heal, not because I don't want to use it or don't want to heal our heroes, but it gives us light ability points or contributes to light ability points, and at the moment we are solely concentrating on dark. So we redrew that and got the Slash card instead. So we're going to use Spider-Man's Chain Strike for 19 damage. We won't be able to chain to another target because A, this won't knock Venom out, and B, there aren't actually any targets for us to target anyway. And Venom has applied his symbiote skin, which is why we bought Nico, because she has a attack card that doesn't rely on melee, so she can do damage and not get any counter attack back from Venom. This one is also going to apply stun.
Here we go.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
And with our last card play, we are in fact going to apply the bind,
Like it's up to me.
which is actually going to remove Nico's stun, so these don't actually stack. So like before, Venom will still have to waste a move to get out of it, but then he will still have one more left to do what he wants, which is probably going to be attack us.
Why fight heroes? Embrace mother's love. Your struggles are pointless, and they spoil the meat.
Is he always like this?
I wouldn't take it personally. Eddie always gets extra grumpy when he's hungry. Think he's bad. You should see Jameson if he doesn't get his morning bagel.
And that's exactly what Venom did, as he launches Spider-Man into Hunter for 12 and 24 points of damage, respectively. 2 0 hit point commando reinforcements have come in, and Venom has 57 hit points left. Right, to work.
Coming at you!
Do not touch us!
First off, change straight the commando and into Venom, taking the commando out and reducing Venom's hit points, which are now low enough so we can use Nico's Witchfire, which will take him down at least temporarily.
That must be really embarrassing.
And I say temporarily because we now have a tutorial on extra lives. Powerful enemies like Venom may have multiple lives and will have to be KO'd multiple times to be defeated. So in this case, we've got to do it twice, but we did get an added bonus there of Nico's Witchfire taking out the commando as well. And as I've been talking, we've just been doing the usual end of turn housekeeping. We redrew Slash, which has given us the whip. I was debating the idea as to whether to redraw Blood Magic, but then ultimately decided that strengthened ability / perk could be really useful, so I decided to keep that. Redrew the Whip card, which has given us a Quick Slash, which now gives us 2 cards with the Quick modifier.
Just the boost I needed!
And Spider-Man's Spider Sense has just given us a 3rd Quick card with his Quick Kick, which is setting us up really nicely to get that achievement. Finally, we're just going to move Spider-Man to the other side of this aircon unit, setting up for our next turn, because Venom won't actually be able to make any moves. He can only recover, so you can probably see what's coming when you look at the amount of heroism we've got.
Nothing can save you from us, little spider. Not heroes, not puny soldiers. We will never stop until you are ours!
I believe him. We need to put an end to this fight soon before he brings down the entire city.
And I really am talking over a lot of stuff. Note to self, give more time for voiceover. Anyway, let's launch Spider-Man off the aircon unit. Next up, Spider-Man's Quick Kick, which also has knockback. But as you can see, the kick itself does not actually do any damage. It all comes from the enemy hitting something. So let's move Spider-Man to the other side of Nico so we can then launch the commando into Venom for taking one enemy off the board and damaging Venom in the process.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
And we're going to use our 2nd Quick card ability in form of Quick Slash on this commando, which does only leave us with 1 in our hand, which does seem a little bit of a risk, but keep watching. It actually works out rather well.
Your mother abandons you.
Because we still have all 3 card plays, 7 heroism, and Venom is the only enemy left on the field, which now gives us a chance to set up ready for our next turn, where we could actually potentially finish it. So let's get going.
Feel pretty amazing.
So firstly, we draw Whip, which gives us Curse. Then we play Spider Sense, which gives us 2 cards, 2 heroism, 1 fast, and a level up for Spider-Man. Next up, let's bind Venom, just so he can't do as much damage to us on his turn. Have Nico give herself some strengthened.
This usually works. Let's see how they handle this.
And then, in a surprising move for me, did not use our last redraw to keep our 2 quick cards and Nico's Curse. And now let's see what Venom can do after he breaks free of spiderwebs.
What are you made of anyway?
That he does that and deals 6 points of damage to Nico.
We sense your fear, heroes. We can taste it. A sweet marinade for the feast that is about to come.
Oh, sorry, Eddie. Think you're just picking up a whiff of garlic from DeCarlo's. Tell you what, call off this ending the world thing, and lunch is on me.
Spider-Man trying to calm Venom down with lunch. I mean, to be honest, I get quite hangry as well. Anyway, I think it's now time we ended this. And let's do it by taking everybody off the field. So, first off, let's detonate these gas canisters using Hunter and some heroism to remove this commando. Next up, kick this commando into Venom, reducing Venom's hit points, but also keeping our 3 card plays, well, in play.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
And then, I will be completely honest, we get a massive bit of luck that actually then allows us to finish this on this turn. Because we redraw heal and that gives us curse, but when we redraw spider sense, that gives us witchfire. When combined with the strengthen that Nico has, will do 60 points of damage. That is a lot of damage to do and really does allow us to finish this. As I said, I wish I could say this all been planned, but you know, gotta have luck every now and again. Then we use a combat item, which is going to give us 2 free cards, but more importantly, we are now on our way towards the achievement for using 25 combat items. Right, time to unleash Witchfire, which is going to remove 60 of Venom's 88 hit points.
Here's one for you.
Will make you feel regret.
Now, remember, we need to make a quick card, the last card we play to end this, so we've got to do 28 points of damage at least in the next 2 card plays, which only really leaves us with one option. First move is to use Chain Strike, even though we can't chain it to anybody again. And finally, Hunter in with the Quick Slash.
Not as powerful as Lilith had hoped.
This is a great victory, everyone.
Mother strength is eternal. We are eternal.
He fights like a damned Wendigo!
Unstoppable.
Oh, he's not unstoppable. Just really annoying. Huh. Not my worst idea ever. Good afternoon, Demo Venom! Here's a special request from all of New York to you, our slobbiest invaders since Thanos. That was exceptionally loud. Had to get bit by a radioactive spider with really good hearing.
I was going to say, amazing.
That's what the kids tell me. I think I'll pass out now.
Don't worry. I know a safe place.
And there we go. 3-star mission rating, 180 gloss in total, but more importantly, that sweet, sweet achievement. Oh, and a comic. So I'm going to call it an episode there, mostly because we're approaching 55 minutes, which is a long time for a YouTube video. And if you've made it to the end, thank you so much. Fair play to you. But also, even though I recorded the aftermath of the Spider-Man fight, and I have the footage to go, I decided to go and collect the reagents that we needed for Ileana's bit for the Emo Kids Club. I then got carried away and just started collecting everything I could get my hands on. So I decided that's going to be the next episode. We're just going to go through all the collectibles that you can get so far, mop a couple of things up, and then we'll be ready to go again with some more action. But thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you in my next video. You guys take care, and bye-bye.